Hello. So today's video is about yesterday's video. What happened is I made a massive mistake and didn't realize until putting the video up. Now the mistake was I started on a white background and I created the U-shifting animation, and as I did that, you can see here on the white background it fades away as it goes around. Now at the end of the video I switched it to a black background because I thought, it stood out more. However, it no longer faded. That's because I initially started it off to fade to white instead of using transparency. I just did a manual fade to white. So when I put it on the black background, it still fades to a white color, which means it doesn't actually fade at all. It just loses saturation. Now to fix this, I'm going to create a new one. Just over here. I'm going to do it a lot quicker than I did yesterday because it took a fair bit and I had to time lapse it in the end. So I'm going to start off with this new one. First, I'm just going to fix that guide there so that it stays white. Link them cells and off we go. Okay, so I'm using a bigger circle this time. And I'm going to use fewer colors on the way around because it took quite a while. I start off with the yellow, and all I'm doing here is picking the yellow that's really bright right at the top, 100 value, 100 saturation. I'm just going to dump that right up there, like that. Now I move over frame and keep that yellow there. So just going to put that back, and on the next frame, all I'm doing is I'm holding shift and scrolling mouse wheel down, and that's just shifting around. If I didn't hold shift down, it would go really slow. So I just shift it in a massive chunk, and then I put the next circle down, and I move over a frame, and I do the same. So I'm just going to make these invisible, apart from the background and the guide for now. I can do it a lot easier. Duplicate that frame, move it around again. I'm gonna do it again. Duplicate that frame, move around some more. Duplicate that frame, move around down to the bottom, purple. Duplicate again, and so on. I'm going to do this all the way around. There we go. So the first few frames are just it appearing. Now I want it to disappear, but first I'm going to count the frames because I'm going to fade it. So the second frame, the yellow will fade to 75 in value. So it will come down like so. The value, and well, it will if it's the right color. There we go. And then the third frame, it will come down even more, 50. Fourth frame, come down to 25. And then, well, that third frame, sorry. No, see, I'm making mistakes already. Here we go. So that's 75. That should be 50. And then the fourth frame, I forgot to move over, is 25. And then in the fifth frame, it would disappear. And then the frame after that, them two will disappear. And then frame after they'll disappear, then they'll disappear. Then we need to duplicate this frame and add in the yellow again, so that as it comes round from here, the yellow pops back in on this frame. There we go. And at the same time, this will disappear. And we'll duplicate, that will disappear, duplicate, that will disappear, duplicate, that will disappear, and then it'll start its cycle again. Now, don't need these anymore, and I might as well just crop this out. There we go. Okay, so now it should cycle around and they should disappear. It goes round. Now, as you can see, I faded the yellow, so that's fading straight away. It's fading now. To the value is going down instead of the saturation, so it looks like it's actually fading away instead of just losing saturation and then disappearing, which is my mistake in the first video. So I'm just going to continue and probably time lapse the rest of this out and do it the other way around and show the result at the end. So I need to continue by fading the next one as each frame passes. Okay, there we have it, all done now, and this time instead of losing saturation, I've faded the value, so it should look like it's actually fading away rather than just losing saturation. Let's have a look. Much better and a bigger improvement on yesterday's version. Thank you for watching, and I hope this cleared up any confusion in yesterday's video, and I also hope that it gives some insight into what I was actually doing.